Okay, everyone. So I'm back. All right. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo está usted? All right. Kwan. Dinka la. Dinka la. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. All right. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Mahaba. Mahaba. Kivala. Chess. Okay. All right. Shalom. Wadu. So I'm going to share my lab with laptop with you all, and we're gonna look at some videos. This was one from Real Kia from the Vatican, something about the Vaticans. But I got some more TikToks on here about how the wrong thing didn't happen, the right thing didn't happen for the solar eclipse. But anyway, this one here, we're gonna do this one first. Something about the Vatican with. This is just getting TikToks. This expose some TikToks so you can look at the reactions from the. So let's get started. Let me see.
Trafficking, sex exploitation, and cover ups. Arguably one of the most famous basilicas in the world, underneath it lies a mass graveyard. So, located about 5 stories beneath the basilica is actually another temple dating back to the Roman Empire. That's over 2,000 years of dead bodies. If you're wondering if those bodies are of Christians or Catholics, they're not. It was actually used for pagans. And here are some of the mosaic tiles that they found beneath the Vatican in the temple that it's built on top of. So here's a quote from one of the popes. I believe that the church not only should apologize to the person who is gay, whom it has offended, but it has to apologize to the poor, to the exploited women, to children exploited for labor. It has to ask forgiveness for having blessed many weapons. That's a little ironic considering what the Vatican has done to make sure that it's always protected and people never expose them. This is Pope John Paul I, and he died 33 days after his election. Now, the conspiracy around his death is that he found out the Vatican was laundering mass amounts of money and he was going to rectify the situation of getting rid of everybody in the Vatican that was corrupt. His plans were announced straight after he became the Pope, and he died 33 days later. In 2015, it was uncovered that 2 cases of child were found within the Vatican walls. And get this, not everybody involved was named, only a couple names took the blow for everybody else in the Vatican. And then the year before that, the government actually intercepted 3 deliveries directed to the Vatican, all containing drugs. Cocaine was found in condoms inside of these 3 deliveries that were intercepted. They were handed over to the Vatican in hopes that somebody within the walls would disclose who this was going to, but nobody came forward. This is St. Peter's obelisk, and not a lot of people know where it comes from. One of Rome's cruelest emperors, Caligula, actually stole this from one of Egypt's cities, Heliopolis. He stole it from Egypt and he transported it to Rome. And you know what he did with it? It was used to murder and execute Christians. They would round up every single Christian that they could find, chain them, bound them, bring them to the obelisk, and brutally murder them.
Hi, I'm Ted, law attorney. Well, prior to working with empirical.
Vatican.
Can't hear you, girl, but this is too much. We ain't even 3 minutes into the we ain't even 5 minutes into the okay. We gotta keep going though. We gotta keep going.
Books is called The Grand Grimoire or The Red, and this book is about black magic. It harnesses spells and rituals, but many believe this is the book that they use to summon the devil when they are selling their souls, kind of like the Book of the Illuminati. The conspiracies of the Vatican can go on and on and on. It's truly a never ending cycle.
Give me a second. I don't know. I just don't know.
Lots to take
I don't-
in.
I don't know.
I know, Kia.
I don't know. We're gonna get back into it. I just needed to recenter myself because I just child.
What are the origins of the word Vatican? The word Vatican cannot be traced to the Bible and is not Latin or Greek in origin. It in fact predates the Bible and is closely related to Vatica, the Etruscan goddess of the underworld. Before the Roman Empire, the Etruscans settled the region 3,000 years ago. The Etruscans built a large cemetery along the hillside in the area that later became Rome. The goddess Vatica was the guardian of this necropolis. There was also a bitter-tasting grape called Vatica that grew along the hillside. This grape was used to make wine, which had psychoactive properties and oftentimes led to hallucinations. The Latin word vaticinere was then created, which means to predict. The origin of the word Vatican is uncertain according to the Catholic Encyclopedia. Other sources link the word to the Etruscan language. Vatican Hill takes its name from Vaticanus, the Latin word alluding to the drug-induced oracles and soothsayer priestesses who would deliver their prophecies on the hill before the rise of Rome. The area, which is now St. Petersburg, became known as Ager Vaticanus, or Vatican Hill. The head exorcist of the Vatican has publicly stated that the devil dwells inside.
Since I have to keep repeating myself, the Romans did not create the Holy Scriptures. They stole it from Africa and gave you a false doctrine to colonize the world. Prophecy is true, just not how you were taught. The world is indoctrinated by the Roman doctrine. No matter what religion you are in, you are following the Roman timeline. Since some people don't believe in articles, here are some live news that speaks about the Vatican apologizing for colonizing the world with false doctrine.
The Vatican helped Europe colonize the world, that it justified European colonialism in the name of spreading Christianity, that there are papal decrees that allowed European empires to take over entire countries. And for what? To allow colonizers to subjugate people, to take away their lands, wage war on their cultures, impose a self-conceived notion of racial superiority over them. And all of this just because the colonizers claimed that they were the ones who discovered new lands. So they had a right to rule over those new lands. Now, the Vatican has come forward and apologized for what it did. It has apologized for helping the colonizers. Here's a report.
Have you heard something called the doctrine of discovery? It's Europe's version of finders, keepers. It's what European colonizers used to subjugate the world. The doctrine was cited by Europeans who discovered new lands, and the doctrine traces its roots back to the Vatican and to the Catholic Church. Now the Church has apologized for helping colonizers in their conquests. On Thursday, the Vatican issued an unprecedented statement. It officially apologized for its historical role in justifying colonialism by European powers. The Vatican said, the Roman Catholic Church repudiates those concepts that fail to recognize the inherent human rights of indigenous peoples, including what has become known as the legal and political doctrine of discovery. It also declared that the doctrine is not part of the Christian's faith, but the Vatican is centuries late. The doctrine of discovery is a concept laid out in the so-called papal bulls. What are these? These are usually official statements from the head of the Catholic Church. That would be the Pope. So no less than the popes were involved in justifying European colonialism. Their decrees were used extensively in the conquest of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Africa, and the United States. The colonizers claimed that they had the approval of the church to have sovereignty, property, and commercial rights in lands they discovered.
The Vatican made a historic announcement today, rejecting the doctrine of discovery. Sav Jonesa has that story.
After numerous calls to rescind a 15th century doctrine, the Vatican stopped short of that today. Instead, they repudiated the doctrine's concepts as never been considered expressions of the Catholic faith. The doctrine of discovery is widely known as a tool of colonization, used to justify Christian conquest of indigenous people.
They just now doing this, y'all. Let's move on.
I am so into reading forgotten books and spirituality, and the Vatican scares the absolute crap out of me. So I've been reading this book, The Secrets of the Vatican.
It just seems like everybody just keeps saying the Vatican scares them.
And there is some crazy, crazy stuff in here. I was actually raised in the Catholic Church, and I still believe in God, but there is some kind of dark energy around the Vatican, and I think we should talk about it considering the season. First of all, let's talk about the fact that the Bible originally contained more books than are currently listed in the Bible. The Bible currently has 66 books, but these are some of the names of the deleted texts from the Bible that were removed by the Vatican. And look at the names of some of them, like the Book of Giants. A lot of these books talk about mystical creatures like giants and dragons and subjects like the apocalypse. And it's just like, why would you take them out? The Vatican Secrets book also talks about these 3 children from Portugal who claim that they witnessed the presence of the Virgin Mary. Mary gave each of them a secret. The 3rd secret was given to the youngest child, Lucia. This is her here as an adult, but it was never revealed until the Pope begged her. She sealed it in wax and gave it to him and said, "Do not open this until 1960. And the secret was apparently about the end of the world. She said that it was the persecution of Christians that would eventually cause the apocalypse. There's a section of the book that talks about the Vatican's proof of aliens. So apparently, if you've heard of the Anunnaki, which is a race of aliens, the Vatican apparently has proof that they exist.
The Vatican is sitting on top of some shady ass secrets, and they're sitting in front of something that looks shady as hell too. Let's just put that out there. But I also think that they are hiding alien life from us, and let's get into the reasons why. Now, the Vatican owns the LBT sitting on top of Mount Graham. LBT stands for Large Binocular Telescope, and it's actually the world's largest optical telescope. So if anyone was going to be able to see alien life, it would be the Vatican. Mount Graham is extremely sacred to the Native Americans in that area, and we'll get into that into another video. But it also is known as a hot spot for alien activity or UFO sightings. That's not it. On top of having this large telescope in an area that is known for UFO spottings, they also have another telescope that they share with the University of Arizona dubbed Lucifer 1. It provides a powerful tool to gain spectacular insights into the universe, from the Milky Way to extreme distant galaxies. So again, I say, if anyone was going to be able to see alien life in our skies, it would be the Vatican. For my next piece of evidence, Pope Francis literally said he would baptize little green Martians if they asked him to. Now, why would he say something like this? He is the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, and if aliens are real, it brings all of religion into question. So I'm confused. But I'm not stopping there. This is painted inside the Vatican. Please look at the top left and the top right-hand corner. What do you see? Those look like little spaceships to me, but let's get closer. You're telling me those aren't little men in spaceships? Bullshit. And then this is carved into the side of the Vatican. That looks like a little alien man, right? That doesn't look like a normal man. And then let's just go back to what they're sitting in front of. What the hell is that? That looks like something straight out of an alien sci-fi movie.
You guys, I have been reading about the girl that went missing in the Vatican that was never found, and it is blowing my mind. What's even crazier is what they found while trying to locate her remains, if there were any remains. Because again, she went missing while on her way home from music school, and she was actually the daughter of an employee at the Vatican. Oh, and the Pope tried to lie and say that it was something that happened from a terrorist attack, and they later debunked that and called the Pope a liar. Manuela Orlandi was the 15-year-old girl or the daughter of her family, and you can see that she's standing with the Pope and her father, who actually worked for the Vatican for quite an amount of time. This is why they were so early to debunk the fact that she got lost. Emanuela was on her way home from music school, but she never made it home. So when she disappeared, the Pope tried to say that she was kidnapped in a terrorist attack to try to get back at the Pope by the KGB. And detectives later turned that around and said, no, you're lying. We investigated. This had nothing to do with the terrorist attack, which is scary in itself. So they launched an investigation where they started going through the Vatican and digging up bones to see if they could find the remain of Emanuela. Here's where this gets super creepy.
So when they started looking for remains of Emanuela or any signs for her in the Vatican, they actually found trap doors that led to storage areas that were meant for keeping bones. Or should I say storage deposits. You guys, they found thousands and thousands of bones and bone fragments in this bone deposit. Yeah, what makes this crazy is the Vatican has tons of secret passageways and back rooms. This is one of them. So it probably would not have been hard for them to hide Emanuela. We even have areas like this that the police still haven't even searched. Yeah, so some of the theories is that she was taken by the Rome underworld or that she was taken by the pedophile group that is assumptionally believed to be the popes. I don't know, you guys. It's not adding up. To this day, Emanuela is still missing, and the Pope just said that they're going to turn over, I guess, evidence. So we'll see what that is, but this story is creepy AF.
The Grand Grimoire is purported to be a secret book stored in the Vatican archives. It is considered a real book because the Vatican claims ownership of it, but has never allowed anyone to view its contents. Allegedly, the book was discovered in the tomb of Solomon in 1750, yet it bears the date 1522. The author of the book, Honorius of Thebes, is said to be Satan himself or possessed by Satan for the purpose of writing the book. Some theorists suggest that the book possesses supernatural qualities, as it cannot be torn, burned, pierced, penetrated, or otherwise damaged or destroyed. It is claimed to be the only book containing the knowledge of a precise ritual for summoning Satan and other powerful demons. Additionally, the book is said to include precise information about the locations of biblical relics, and even contains Satan's personal sketches of the faces of Judas.
Of course, this is the type of books that they would have in the Vatican.
The chronovisor is said to be a device that gives the user the ability to see through time. Though the existence of the chronovisor has never been proven, a 2002 book by Vatican priest, Father Francois Brune, says otherwise. According to Brune, the chronovisor was developed by Father Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine monk. Ernetti allegedly kept the device secret until the early 1960s, when he confided in Brune and told him that 12 scientists, including famed physicist Enrico Fermi and former Nazi scientist Wernher von Braun, helped him to build it.
If you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead.
Made of
Let me tell you something about the Nazis. They had a lot of technology that's not earthly. They knew about a lot of stuff. They had a lot of deals with non-human beings. So I'm starting, like, I was skeptical at first, but it's starting to, like, you know, add up a little bit for me. Anytime when you see a Nazi involved, especially when it's helping, like, some other country or some other group of people, yeah.
cathode rays, antennae, and metals that received sound and light signals on all wavelengths. The chronovisor purportedly allowed the team of scientists to document events of the past, including the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The machine, therefore, could validate the teachings of the Bible simply by providing a first-hand look into the past. Brune explains how he met Father Ernetti on a boat ride across Venice's Grand Canal in the early 1960s. Like Brune, Ernetti was well versed in the history of ancient languages, which made for natural conversation. But soon, Ernetti directed their chat towards science. Brune had been expounding on the many ways in which the Christian Bible could be interpreted, when Ernetti suggested that he had access to the truth via a time-traveling device. Ernetti claimed that he and a group of renowned scientists came together in a mutual quest to uncover the past. One scientist was Fermi, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1938, and another was the ex-Nazi von Braun, whose work at NASA got America to the moon. According to Ernetti, the device had several antennae, 3 of which were made of mysterious metals that picked up sound and light waves across their entire respective spectrums. A direction finder on the device was allegedly tuned into the specific era one wanted to view, while a screen displayed it and a recording device captured the footage. The chronovisor was thus more of a window into the past than a time machine. Ernetti said it worked like a television.
So I'm a firm believer that us as very powerful, soul-connected, source, godly connected beings on this planet, we have the ability to look into the past and look into the future. I've done it before. I'm pretty sure y'all have done it when you have those deja vus, where you had a dream that you couldn't understand at that moment, but it happened in real life. So apparently there is a time machine in the Vatican. So I've heard all I need to hear for today. Let me know if y'all want a part 2 to this topic or this video. Thank you for watching. Definitely got a little educated on the Vatican. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I love y'all, and you know.
Okay, we're gonna look at some more TikToks, y'all. Okay, here we go.
Okay, but why do we make such a big deal out of the solar eclipse?
Say, well, you need to wake up and go touch some grass. You need to wake up and step into reality and go get you a motherfucking job. Stop playing around. I just don't get it.
Hey, you have made it past April 8th. Congratulations. All these past weeks, you thought something terrible was going to happen. You thought the demons were going to come out and kill people. You thought the world was going to end. You thought Jesus was coming back. Well, guess what? Nothing happened. Zero. All I saw today was nothing but people in pure joy looking at the eclipse through their glasses. And it was just a normal day. So no need to worry anymore. You can calm down. You can stop crying. You can have your anxiety be taken away. You can take a bath maybe. You can just breathe in and breathe out. And you can sleep peacefully tonight. But the eclipse, let's talk about it. Boy, it was absolutely beautiful. Like just looking up at it and seeing the phase of the moon pass in front of the sun, it was something. It was really, really cool. I literally looked at it for like a few seconds, but then like I got my phone out and I started recording it for another few seconds, and it actually looks really cool on footage. But it was amazing to see how the sky would darken and then it would just like brighten up again. It was like being on a different planet. It was very surreal and bizarre at the same time, but it was amazing. And this is why you have to admire God's handiwork. I mean, with the work he has created with his fingers, everything he has made is just spectacular. Whether it's on Earth or from space, you got to look at it. I mean, God is just beautiful. God is everything.
I don't hear nobody else talking about Jesus coming back. Y'all mighty quiet. Y'all don't hear y'all talk about my daddy coming back now. We said nobody know the day or hour, so what makes you think you knew the day or the hour?
They getting in they bag.
Okay, but why do we make such a big deal out of the solar eclipse? Like, wasn't the world supposed to end? Okay, guys, but for real, why do we make such a big deal out of it? Like, literally, it It didn't even black out. It didn't even, nothing happened. But I guess this serves as a lesson for all of us to realize that not everything we see on the internet is true. And I know that's cliche, like I know everybody says that, but everybody was saying that the world was going to end, that we're not going to have internet for 2 months, that Jesus is coming back, which, by the way, it says it in the Bible that no human knows when Jesus is coming back. So we can't just believe everything we be seeing on the internet, you know? But literally nothing happened. Like, it wasn't even dark. Like, it didn't even black out. Like, but yeah, guys, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Literally everybody was saying that the world was going to end, that we were going to have 3 days of darkness, that Jesus was going to pull up. Really, guys, nothing happened. It was literally over like that. It was really fast. But yeah, if anything crazy did happen, you guys should let me know because I love reading your stories.
So what now? It's a beautiful day. The birds are literally singing. The sun is shining. What now?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? What's going on? Answers now. Because y'all just did all that. Y'all did all that for what?
For views and
All
clicks.
that for what? That's gotta be embarrassing.
Clicks and views, man.
I hope you made a lot of money. I hope you made money off the views in the cloud.
See?
Because you did all that for what? For one of those beautiful days that we've had in a long time. Whatever the fuck timeline y'all are on, go ahead and stay there for me. I'm not there. I'm not. It's not giving doomsday vibes. It's not giving 3 days of darkness. The sun is literally shining. The birds are fucking singing.
Internet, a lot of these people talking about it's about to be 3 days of darkness. I ain't no 3 days of darkness happen. That's what y'all get for following false prophets on social media. Talking about a 3 days of darkness after
His
the soul
glasses
is
is crazy.
Stop, blood.
That definitely not look like a movie person at all.
What's going on?
And ain't no
Why is it moving?
Why is what moving?
ain't no rapture though, but it's going over.
It ain't no rapture though.
It's playing hide and go seek.
They actually recorded the eclipse, huh?
Yeah, there ain't no rapture at all.
Kids say ain't no rapture.
See it?
Yeah.
It ain't in totality yet.
What does that mean?
But you ain't gonna even see that thing unless we missed it already. You ain't gonna even see the crescent shape that's gonna cover the whole thing.
Right.
I think that's about to happen.
Man, they lying. That ain't no whatever that is, it's moving the sun out of orbit. It's pushing the sun.
You pushing him away.
Yeah, it's gone.
She said, man, they lying.
No, it ain't gonna still the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's pushing.
So you're wrong. The Bible talks about an earthquake before an eclipse, signaling the end of times and the second coming of Jesus. Now, I understand you're saying that doesn't mean the exact day of the second coming of Christ will be an eclipse, but what you seem to be insinuating is that the eclipse is like right there next to the second coming of Jesus, and I fully disagree with that. Also, it seems like everybody took my video out of context. The whole point of my video was to call out the insane lies and all of the clickbait that a lot of so-called Christian influencers are using to gain clout from this eclipse. You guys were all fixated on the meme that I posted. You didn't see the greater picture, which is all of these accounts are talking about some end time event during this eclipse. The eclipse is now over, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but none of these false prophecies happened. The entire point of my video was to warn against all of these false prophecies and false prophets that were insinuating or outright saying that something prophetic was going to happen today, April 8th. And guess what? Nothing prophetic has happened today. The eclipse came and went, and none of these false prophecies were fulfilled today. That was the whole point of my video. So anybody that fell for these false prophets, what I was trying to say is don't listen to them, because they are clearly trying to mislead you by creating false narratives and false prophecies. Nevertheless, I have something I want to address with you specifically. The passage that you gave me was Revelation 6:12. I have already done a video explaining how I feel about this specific passage, but notice what the passage does not say. The passage says the sun became as dark as black cloth and the moon became as red as blood. It doesn't say that the sun momentarily became black, or that the sun was momentarily overshadowed by something, or that the moon was momentarily looking like it was red as blood. No, it said that the sun became as dark as a black cloth and the moon became red as blood. So these are two completely different things. Furthermore, this is Revelation chapter 6. Jesus literally does not show up until Revelation 19. And it's not like all of these events from chapter 6 to 19 transpire in the same day or even in the same year. Just to give you an example, the event of the two witnesses takes 42 months, which is literally 3.5 years. So to simply say that a solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, whatever eclipse is going to signal the immediate coming of Christ, it is nowhere close to that, not even in the book of Revelation, because multiple years pass by afterwards. So I disagree with your notion. I feel like a lot of people mistook the point of my video. If that is the case, I want to clarify with this follow-up video, and I also want to respectfully disagree with the point that you were making. I also think it is foolish to claim that every single solar eclipse means that Jesus is right around the corner. There have been so many solar eclipses ever since the resurrection of Christ. If we literally called every single solar or lunar eclipse an end times event, it would just be foolish, because we would
in the comments, if you was one of the people that thought that the world was going to end, or you fed into any of these conspiracy theories about April 8th, how do you feel now in regards to nothing happened, nothing transpired? How do you feel to get so caught up in the hoopla, what's going on, and then all of a sudden nothing happens? Seeing how, because this stuff right here can trigger a lot of emotions in people. You know what I'm saying? Some people
They
were
get people
scared, people was
upset.
fearful, people
Yeah.
was buying all type of stuff. Like, how much of a impact did that have on you? Be honest. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you
Now
believe this
leave it
stuff,
in
because
the
they was talking
comments.
about this stuff for months and months about what was going to happen. If you fed into it and you actually believed it, and for the day to come and then nothing happens, how does that make you feel on the inside? I want to read your comments.
Because it was
You
a
know?
distraction.
literally want God to work on human timing, and God works in his own timing, not in human timing. So how about we just stop saying altogether that the next eclipse is going to be an end times event, and that Jesus is going to come shortly or soon after that? That is not biblical. And like I stated, and like the book of Revelation says, these events are nowhere close to each other. Even the passage that you signaled in your comment is no.
Well, the eclipse came and left, and the judgment of God did not fall on America.
How do you know? We are still alive.
I bring this up because some people were predicting that was what was going to happen, because the eclipse was a fulfillment of Bible prophecy. Now, it is true that the Bible says that there'll come a point historically when the sun will not give its light, but that mentioned by Jesus in Matthew 24 is talking about a period coming to the world called the Great Tribulation period. It has not begun yet. But people do this whenever there's an eclipse, which happened about every 18 months, or a blood moon, or something else. So here's the thing we need to remember. We don't know when Jesus is coming again.
Right.
Jesus says, no man knows the day or the hour when the Son of Man will return.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean? What do I mean by that?
What it actually means is no one knows the day or the hour. So
Simple.
any prophecy so-called or message from a prophet of the Lord that they just received this message from God and this blood moon says this or this eclipse says that. Come on, don't believe these people because it didn't happen and they said it would. But you know what? Jesus is coming again. It should cause us to live more godly lives. In 1 John it says, he that has this hope, it is the hope of the Lord's return, purifies himself even as he is pure. Let's live pure lives. Let's wake up and let's do our best to share the gospel with as many people as we can as we await the return of Jesus.
Y'all, I think I know what CERN was doing while this eclipse was happening. Do you see this? There is so many different videos and footage of demons flying by the sun. By the way, to all you vultures using people's videos without crediting them, stop it. This video belongs to this person. I'm about to show you another one in a minute. I'm going to slow it down right here. And then there was this one. Creator is again at the top.
I seen that one.
And there's so many more.
Thoughts in the comments, please. Let me
If
know what
y'all
you
really
think.
don't want to act like demons don't exist, there was a rumor that CERN was haunted after their first time powering up. And then as of lately, they say they found a 4D ghost in the CERN particle accelerator. AKA, they found a demon, another entity above our dimension. For anybody saying it's a rocket, you are completely fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. And here is that one going back and forth. Look at that. That is insane, y'all. So does anyone want to tell me what all these demons were doing? Maybe this is why they brought up the demon face thing on the news.
Here we go. Right back at it.
Well, another rapture event, come and gone. No Jesus coming all over anyone. Just disappointment.
What?
We'll see you again in September.
Looking for the end of the world / rapture. It was supposed to go down during the eclipse. Everyone on TikTok reveling on April 8th, eclipse. Chaotic.
Dude, you just got smooth. What is wrong with that guy?
That is funny.
That was a bit anticlimactic. Yeah.
This eclipse is going to free you from that. Remember, this is a freeing eclipse. This is eclipse that frees people from what mentally keeps them stuck in their head, okay? So there's a freeing element to it. So the 5th house is Sagittarius's. Of course it is. Sagittarius.
Now, this is the lady that predicted the P. Diddy thing months ago. So this is what she's talking about the eclipse. I don't think she said, I don't know. I haven't seen this video, so I don't know what she said. But let's see if she talk about rapture or any of that.
You all are going to be out having fun with your kids, your gambling, your love life, your sex life. This eclipse is bringing about, now listen to this, Sagittarius. The eclipse is bringing about the ability to step away from things that have held you back because you are connected to them, because you have a love affair with somebody who believes in that way of thinking. So Sagittarius is going to be able to discern between their thoughts and their lover's thoughts. That's what's going to happen, okay? For Sag. Scorpio, 6th house, work Scorpio, okay? So during this eclipse, understand I'm speaking only the eclipse. So when you look at eclipse, you've got the 6 months prior and the 6 months after. So with this particular new moon in Aries, it's going to go fundamentally for another 6 months. So you're starting your new projects, your new stuff, because this is the new year right now, not January 1st, where they make us. This is what they do with the timelines. They're like, we're going to put it here in the dead of winter. This is going to be your new year. It's not. It's right now. We just hit the new year right now. Aries is the new year. It's always the beginning of a cycle. That is the way it is. So the 7th house, like I said, Scorpio in the 6th house, your health, your reproductive health, because it's Scorpio, reproductive, your health, and your basic, like, day-to-day, what you do for work. So do you get up? Do you work 9 hours a day? Do you do this? What is it you do? So for Scorpio, that's how this eclipse is affecting you, okay? So, like, how do you take care of self? How do you work daily on yourself? And how do you work on your work daily? So that's Scorpio. So Libra is in the 7th house where it belongs natally. So the same thing, balancing. I hate Scorpios. That's a lot of people's opinions. But Libra is in the 7th house, and Libra is always out of balance. And Aries is bringing a new cycle of balance to your relationships, not just sexual, not just husband and wives, but it's bringing a lot of circumstances, I guess, to your experience with the people that you have communications with, okay? So Libra, it's a pretty normal feeling for you during this eclipse. The 8th house is Virgo. Well, you know what I call Virgo, the most psychic sign, number 1. The second thing is Virgo the virgin, Virgo the whore. Don't get mad at me, Virgos. You know you dress like a virgin, but you naughty when you take those clothes off. I'm being serious. I am being so serious. It is a sign of the prostitute. People don't like to hear that. I'm not saying y'all are prostitutes. It's just when you see Virgo and how clean and how productive it is, it can compartmentalize the sex act.
If you're a Virgo, don't make any mention about what she just said.
It's in the 8th house. Virgo is going to focus on regeneration of their body energy, their spiritual energy, their sexual energy, and their material energy, money, 8th house. So this eclipse is opening channels for Virgo to make different kind of money. 9th house is Leo. Leo in the 9th house, this is interesting. Leos, new ways of traveling, new ways of moving about in your neighborhood, in the planet, and new educational things coming through for Leo. 9th house, all things Sagittarius for Leos. Philanthropy, higher-minded studies, so like university studies, different ways of thinking. 10th house is Cancer. Cancers, right away I'm drawn to the father energy, even though Cancer in the 10th house is more of a feminine energy, but during this eclipse, and keep in mind, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries, you guys are all being affected most by this eclipse. New moon, solar eclipse, you guys are all being affected. So for Cancer people, there will be information about the father figure coming up during this eclipse. So between now and 6 months after, April 8th and 6 months down the road. So Gemini, you're in the 11th house.
I just want to see what she's going to say about a Pisces.
Gemini, you are going to have some fun with your friends, focus on what you want to do, all of that. You're going to have some fun. The 11th house of Gemini, time to put your energy into the type of friends you want to have. Okay, Taurus is last because of the way the wheel goes during the eclipse. Anyway, Gemini, friends, dreams, and goals. Your focus is on the 11th house issues, which is the natural house of Aquarius.
Unless I missed it already.
Insight, information, all of that. And then we have Taurus in the 12th.
Yeah.
Past life spiritual connections for Taurus during the eclipse. And keep in mind, Aries and Taurus get along really, really well. Like Aries and Taurus get along super well. So it's a good energy because Taurus can stay kind of stuck and Aries is like, get out, go. And the 12th house is all kinds of, how do I want to word it? 12th house is all kinds of past life spiritual stuff, okay? So it has a lot to do with that. In your personal charts, you have to look and see where Aries is placed in your personal chart. Take a look at the Cancer house, take a look at the Capricorn house, and take a look at the Libra house. take a look at the Cancer house and the Capricorn house in your chart. So like if you have your Aries in the 8th house, that's vastly different than the 5th house. But I'm reading it generally for the sun signs, but you have to look on your chart and look for things that are 19 degrees. Also, not that I'm not going to mention this, for you people that like to buy lottery tickets, the 20th and the 21st is really good. We have Uranus-Jupiter conjunction on April 20th. That's unexpected luck. Like that's like shit, raining luck, okay? So whatever it is you're trying to do, let's say you're trying to pitch an idea, let's say you're trying to do whatever it is, I don't know, pitch an idea, get a permit to build something on your house, an ADU, I don't know, get a new car, do it on the 20th. Ask for it, put the information out there because it's so lucky. Uranus and Jupiter is like super lucky. Jupiter is the planet that rules Sagittarius, and it's just like expansive, right? So Jupiter is just like out there, crazy expansive. Uranus is like a wildcat card, right? It just comes up and says, yeah, let's shift some luck over here. So it's really, really lucky. So don't let anybody squash your luck on the 20th of April because that's when that conjunction happens. And actually,
For the people that's familiar with her, y'all let me know how accurate do she be with this type of stuff? Because this is the first time I actually seen a video. Well, not the first time, but I've seen her, I guess, predict certain things. Y'all let me know, like, how accurate do she be with this stuff?
probably leading up to the conjunction. So like the 20th conjunction means the planets are married. So their energies combined, they're married like this. Okay. So it's a combination of energy like this. So you want to combine the energy, right? And so we have the 20th and the 21st. It's absolutely good luck. I don't care what you're doing. Even if you get arrested, you will get off on the charge.
Wow.
You will get off on the charge. So it's super lucky. Okay, so we have Mercury retrograde until the 25th of April. There will be a shadow period because understand when Mercury goes direct again, it goes to its station degree, the degree that it went retrograde in. So it goes right back to that point. And then it starts moving distance and moving forward. So it's probably like a 2-week thing, but you know, you can't be worrying about the shadow periods on everything because there's don't listen to eclipse weirdos, okay? Please don't listen to eclipse weirdos. Don't do that. There's all these people that go,
she called it.
Everything's gonna stop.
She called it.
Okay.
She called it.
Has anything ever really stopped? Like the whole time you've been alive, has anything ever stopped?
She called
it's never stopped for me. Like, it doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She
has
called
anything ever stopped? Like, does anything ever stop? Just because of the eclipse, they're going to stop stuff? Oh, Aries rising, it's definitely going to affect you. Definitely going to affect you. You have a natural wheel, so it's going to affect you. And I think it's going to be super fun. So I like eclipses.
And people have fun during the eclipse.
You're not going to believe these videos from the eclipse today. Watch this and tell me what you think this is.
Buddy look a little sunburned out there on the eclipse, boy.
Wait, what's that?
You got 2 moons.
Bruh. Look, there's something flying through the air. What the fuck was that?
You definitely seen that.
What is that? I don't know.
So, I'm not crazy, but is the solar eclipse light an emblem on the door? No emblem, the way the light's shining through. And there is a figure
Is that an
of a
angel?
man. You can't tell me that that is not a
That
figure
look
of a man.
crazy. What is that stuff flickering in the sky? Whoa. Whoa.
What is this? Comment below and tell me what you think this is.
No
Wow.
way. No way. No way. Hell nah. What is that, 2 jets? It's a plane that's doing chemtrails.
If you have any other videos that are interesting, make sure to tag me in those and comment below what you think is going on in some of these clips.
Y'all leave a comment. Tell me what y'all like about these videos.
Arizona, you guys been having a lot of weird activities lately. This one was caught during the solar eclipse, you guys. Check this out. So they blocked out the clouds. Y'all can see this, but this is what they found.
Whoa, what's that? Oh my, I knew it's a left-wing cover-up. This is what they're covering up.
What is that?
Take a picture. Take a picture. See him button.
It's a drone?
Drones don't light up like that. That's an alien.
There's no drone that lights up like that. It looks like a mini sun, y'all, because it's got like the hands like the sun usually has, but it's pretty far. It's literally a red eye, you know, like the planes that you catch, the red eye. But what is that?
That look crazy.
It's gonna disappear, but you can clearly see that it's in the sky.
What?
I think everything is special. Oh, look, what is that?
Why he not zooming in though?
It's gonna fade out. But yeah, here's a closer look at it right here, y'all. You can clearly see some floating orb, you know. In the further picture, you couldn't tell it was floating, but this over here, you can tell that it's literally floating and it's going all kinds of directions. You see why the sun is doing a great solar eclipse? Another thing is happening right behind you. And this is why they were messing with the skies yesterday, y'all. A lot of stuff was happening in the skies yesterday. So like I said, man, I think things are about to intensify after the solar eclipse, y'all. So you guys be on your guard. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace out.
They're not gonna stop.
If you were lucky enough to experience totality during this latest solar eclipse, did you notice a little red spot on the sun while the sun was fully obscured? You might have seen a solar prominence. A solar prominence is a bright pinkish red loop that extends outward from the sun, made of cool plasma and magnetic field. We still don't know exactly why they form, but they may be tied to sunspots, which are cool dark spots on the sun's surface. We do know that when they occur, it's due to magnetic field lines forming loops that hold plasma from the sun's chromosphere. The chromosphere is a thin layer of plasma between the photosphere, which is the sun's visible surface, and the corona, which is the sun's upper atmosphere.
How do they know this?
These magnetic field lines hold the cooler plasma.
How do they know this? Who was sent? And this, like, what type of equipment did we send that was actually able to like withstand the sun's energy?
In these arch structures. The reddish color of solar prominences comes from hydrogen emission. Solar prominences usually take a day or so to form, but they're relatively stable. They can last for weeks or even months. They're absolutely huge. The biggest solar prominences can be larger than the largest planets in our solar system. The average size of a solar prominence is about 10 times the diameter of our planet Earth. During a total solar eclipse, if we're lucky, which we were this time, you can occasionally see solar prominences as reddish or pinkish loops extending from the surface of the sun.
How do we know this stuff?
Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Look at the sun. Can you guys see that? Wow. Look at that, y'all. This is the sun at my house. Look at this. Whoa, look at the halo around the sun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that the 8 ball? It's the year to 8. Yo, look at this, y'all. Look at that. That shit's right there. Oh my goodness. That shit is huge, y'all. I can't even fit it in my camera. Look at that, y'all.
That's wild.
Oh my goodness. That's just right there.
I don't know what that was.
So I'm in Arkansas. It is sunset. You can see behind me. There's sunset. A rabbit just ran by my feet. That was weird. But I want y'all to listen to these birds. These birds have been going absolutely nuts. So I came here today to view the total solar eclipse. We drove to a place that was in the absolute center of the path of totality. It was the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen. Y'all, I can't even explain to you. I can't even explain to you how looking at, like, when you're looking at one of the, and I look straight at it. They tell you don't look at it. I looked at it. My eyes are fine. But I'm looking at this thing, the total solar eclipse when it's in totality, and it's hard to grasp the fact that it's real. It's hard to grasp that what you're looking at is a real thing. It was absolutely crazy. But I came out here to, they're quieting down now, but I have never heard birds make that much noise as they were making 10 minutes ago. And sure enough, as soon as I come out here to video and show you guys, they shut up. Something is up. I'm just telling you. After watching this eclipse, we all know, leading up to this thing, that this eclipse is a big deal. Something is up. Something is coming. Just like I predicted, nothing happened today other than an eclipse. But it does seem like there is a change. It does seem like there was a shift. I felt something in the spirit big time when I was watching that eclipse. It was the most mind-blowing experience that I've ever had. I can't put it into words. I cannot put it into words what it's like experiencing a total solar eclipse like that. And like I said, we were in the middle of the path of totality. It was over 4 minutes of totality. I took video of my phone. It didn't really do it justice, but I am going to edit it all together and share the experience with you guys. These birds are going absolute nuts. I got rabbits running by my feet. A rabbit. I almost stepped on a rabbit just now. Something is coming. Nothing happened today, just like I said. They called the National Guard and everything. Everybody's all freaking out and like worried about something. I knew nothing was going to happen today. But that doesn't mean nothing's going to happen. Something is going to happen. There has been a shift. There has been a change. And God revealed something to me a few days ago about where this eclipse took place that is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm going to make a video of that when I get home and show it to you. Hopefully, maybe I can record it while I'm here. But something is coming, guys. You have to get right with God. You have to get right with God today. There is a judgment coming. There's a judgment coming. God is about to make things happen. And I think the devil's going to make things happen too. And you want to be in God's protection. In order to be in God's protection, you have to be right with him. Get the sin out of your life, all of it. Repent. Get close to God. Spend every day trying to get closer to him. I'm telling you, you don't want no part of this judgment that's coming. And after watching this eclipse and feeling what I felt, I couldn't be more convinced that that's true. If you don't know how to get right with God today, I posted a video about it a week or two ago. I'm gonna put it in the description box below. I highly suggest that you do it. You get right with God today, before it's too late. And I turned around and almost just stepped on another rabbit. Things are about to get weird, y'all. I'm telling you. You better get right with God today. Time is up.
Mr. Zuckerberg, would you be comfortable sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in last night?
No.
If you've messaged anybody this week, would you share with us the names of the people you've messaged?
Senator, no, I would probably not choose to do that publicly here.
I think that might be what this is all about. Your right to privacy, the limits of your right to privacy, and how much you give away in modern America in the name of connecting people around the world.
The Facebook settlement. Facebook.
Apparently, there was all these predictions that today was going to be the end of the world. Check out the predictions they made.
The Simpsons predicting the rapture on 23/9.
So this is another failed prediction.
239 pounds. Oh, I'm a flip. Why are all the good things so tasty? You can do it, oh boy. Yes, I can. Okay. Deadly.
Minutes to rapture. What?
Well, that's a higher power than even I believe in. What is going on?
They be playing into this stuff. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 9.
Well, it looks like we made it.
Another failed prediction, huh?
Do I know you, sir?
Yes, no, you don't know me, sir.
Huh? Have you ever told me your name before?
Prophecy going very wrong.
Have you ever told me your name or where you stay, your house number, your address, how many kids you have? Do I know you?
Oh.
I'm asking.
Yeah, we meet before. Yeah, we meet before here.
What did we meet? What did we talk?
Around 2 o'clock.
I was here today.
He
said he called you, you called him, and you asked him, what is your name?
I called him. I called you where?
Basement.
What time?
He said during the day you called him.
During the day.
I met you.
They laughing.
You understand?
Understand, Prophet. Understand. What is you? I see you now.
You, I see you. Dang, but he ain't even go for it. He ain't pay him enough. Another failed prediction called prophecy.
I saw angels.
You saw angels in what?
I saw angels in heaven.
You, Okafor, you saw angels in heaven. My people, continue.
This is the hand of the Lord stretched forth a scepter. And I saw the scepter came on the head of the man in Labour Party. And then I saw oil follow the scepter. Then I saw angels. They get these angels. There are about 46 of them.
Okay, listen to the specifics now. There are about 46 of them. Just to try to make sure that people can believe that this man really had an encounter with God. I saw the hand of God stretching forth. My people, continue.
This is the hand of the Lord stretched forth a scepter. And I saw the scepter came on the head of the man in Labour Party. And then I saw oil follow the scepter. Then I saw angels. They get these angels. There are about 46 of them. They gave them this. It was like Agbada, but it has the color of Nigeria. They were putting it on him. When I inquired, I said, what's the meaning of this vision? Listen. When I inquired from the Lord, I said, what's the meaning of this vision? The Lord said, that is the one that will bring the country to where they are supposed to be, that in heaven he has been anointed.
So he inquired from heaven, he inquired from God. What is the meaning of this that he has seen in a vision? Because he saw a Nigerian cloth, he called it in Agada, I think, being put on this Labour Party candidate. And they did not understand it. And that Agada, that cloth that was being put around the Labour Party candidate, it had the color flag of Nigeria. And what did the Lord say? This is the one that I have chosen and anointed to take Nigerians to the promised land. Who was he talking about?
And I said, why? The Lord said, if the Christian don't pray, he said, my will is the man. The man they call obedient. Hold on, please, don't joke, don't get excited. I am delivering this message. I don't belong to any political party. I don't have interest to be the president of Nigeria, and I can never be a politician. But I am speaking from what the Lord says. Three things. We'll pray that the will of heaven will not be interrupted and be interfered with. And number two, is a clarion call to the church and to everybody, because the next 8 years, if the wrong person sits there, there will be suffering. What people are going through is a child's play compared to what is coming. So please, take note as we pray.
He has said it. And the funny part is he claims that he does not belong to any political party. My people, all these religious gangsters are all affiliated.
This is a video of a guy who was predicting the rapture happening on the 23rd. Now, many of us know it didn't happen. Here it is.
3 things you must be doing if you're preparing for September the 23rd. Number 1, you must be ready. That involves keeping commands, doing the names,
Another failed
of the
prediction.
Father and the Son. Number 2, you must be on watch. And number 3, you must be praying. What do it mean to be on watch? Matthew chapter 24, verse 43. But know this, that if the good men of the house had known in what watch, okay, in what watch, okay, there are 4 watches we should be watching for, because we don't know the hour, but we know the day. So there are 4 watches, and we should be on watch during these hours. Mark chapter 13, verse 35. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh. Here's the watches. The first watch at evening. So on September 22nd, at evening, between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Okay? The second watch, or at midnight. So at midnight on September 22nd or 23rd. Okay, between those hours of 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. we should be on watch. The third watch, or at the cock crowing.
This is crazy.
Okay, that is on the 23rd between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. The last watch, number 4, is in the morning. So September 23rd between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. we should be on watch. What should we be doing during these watches or hours? Mark chapter 13, verse 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. So we should be watching and praying during these hours. Okay, so September the 23rd is the first day of winter. Okay, if this is not the day, every Shabbat moving forward, we should be on watch. Okay, because the Son of Man do cometh to seal the elect, to seal the remnants.
Wow.
Going to be sealed during the Great Tribulation.
Now, here is him making a video after it didn't happen, stating he made a bad prediction.
Okay.
September the 20th, I thought was going to happen. Which was a bad prediction. Bad prediction. But just because nothing happened, that don't mean that there wasn't a shift. Okay, so now we have moved into the great part of the tribulation. Yes, we are in the great tribulation now. So
Listen, we are not in the tribulation, and he is teaching that we are, and we are not. The saints of God, he's talking about the remnant that he's still going to choose. He's already chosen them. Okay, the Bible teaches us that whoever has been sent by God, who was chosen by God, belong to the Son. They belong to Jesus. And we have been chosen. We've been handpicked by the hand of God. He's not going to come later and choose us. He's already chosen us. He has chosen the foolish and the weak. And those of us who he has chosen to be sealed, we will be raptured before the 7 years of tribulation. Now, if you read 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 from verses 13 through 18, you read that, and you share that and you comfort each other with that. This is what the Bible is telling us we should do. This is the letter from Paul, and Paul was saying that this is what we should be doing. Now, let me just say this before I let you finish watching this. If you are not speaking and communicating and fellowshipping with the Spirit of the living God, if you are not getting your information from Him, then you are deceived. You should be receiving everything from the living God, the Spirit of the living God, everything. This information that they're giving us is false.
Everything is about to escalate rapidly.
Why he keep looking away?
Those that don't believe,
He like,
let's wait and see how these few days go ahead, moving into this week. Let's see what happens, because there was a shift. According to Scripture, we are in the Great Tribulation at this moment, okay? Because we have approached the winter time, so everything is about to escalate.
Now, let me just say this, okay? I'm not picking on this guy because of anything specific. He was just one of many who were making these predictions for the 23rd of September 2023. Didn't come to pass. But here is what I will say, is that Jesus, along with many of the prophets of God, prophesied in the last days there would be many false prophets who will lead many astray. Now, I don't know how many people he was speaking into and how many people they might have believed what he was saying, but I go along with what many others who were doing the same thing. Now, he had like 40 plus thousand followers, along with many of the other people who've been doing this for I don't know how long this has been going on, but I know that September, November, October, December has been rapture time. This is according to them. This is not according to God, because if this were so, then it would have happened a long time ago. But we are at a place today where the Bible tells us that in the last days there will be perilous times. Now, because we're dealing in those times today, let me tell you what's happening. People are in search for this kind of wisdom and knowledge, and it's not from God. This is from self. People are no longer listening to sound doctrine. They are searching for those who will tell them what their itchy ears want to hear. And this is dangerous. Why? Because these people are leading many astray and away from the true gospel. Paul said, if any man preaches another gospel other than the one we taught you, let them be cursed. And let me tell you something about these false prophets. Every single man of God and woman of God who is falsely prophesying are cursed. And anyone who supports them and endorses them are cursed as well. Why? Because they are believing in the lies that they are teaching. You remember that the next time you run into a false prophet.
all right, that was another TikTok video, man. Conspiracy theories, that predictions that failed, man. So the last section was just a couple other conspiracy theories and predictions that wasn't true. The 23 that was last.
All right, you all. So I'm going to share one more TikTok with you all.
worry about me listening to shit on TikTok again. So y'all probably even lied about.
Okay, y'all tell me what y'all think about this video.
Push all this video on the internet so that the word conspiracy theorist upholds itself, right? So when y'all pushing these lies, they can say, look at that person. He's a conspiracy theorist. And that's what the problem is. When something is going to happen, you will never see it coming. You are local. You are gone in the head. And when they call you names for conspiracy theorists, you deserve it. Because then you listen to all this trash, and then you run back and tell your friends and family, oh, this is what's going to happen, this is going to happen, and then it don't happen, and now you looking stupid. I didn't tell nobody nothing was going to happen because I already knew nothing was going to happen. And you would do anything to turn on American people. This is why I don't trust nobody in this weak country. I will never hang around nobody because you don't know what someone will do to you behind your back for money. You don't know because somebody like me, especially an outspoken person like myself, well known around the world, telling the truth about what's going on in the world, I could never allow any of you people around me because there's no telling what you will say or do for money.
Fire shots have been fired. Hey, they was waiting on this opportunity, boy. Hey, ain't nothing to happen. Oh, I'm uploading right now.
TikTok, let me tell you something, because I'm not fucking playing with your ass. You didn't got me praying to the goddamn ground, praying over the birds and the bees. You got me worshiping the grass, you know what I'm saying? You got all these weapons. Bitch, we done did all this extra grocery shopping because I thought we was gonna fight some zombies. I thought we was gonna fight some motherfucking aliens. I was ready for the bullshit. And y'all done lied to motherfucking again. Y'all just lie so much. Every time something come out your goddamn mouth is a goddamn lie. That's all y'all do is lie. I was really hoping that I was going to fight some demons, you know what I'm saying? I was going to fight some aliens, some zombies. I thought we was going to turn this motherfucker up. But not since the eclipse is over, ain't shit happened. Like, where are the zombies to kill? Where are the demons? Like, bitch, y'all are full of shit. I ain't never listening to TikTok ever again. Hey, y'all just lie. That's all y'all do is just lie. Y'all made it seem like God was coming to save us. I was ready to be unalive and go to heaven, but y'all asses just lying. That's all y'all do is lie at the top of y'all goddamn lung. Every time y'all mouth open up, a lie roll the fuck out. And I am sick of this shit. Y'all ain't never had me lying about Diddy at this point because all y'all do is lie.
Hey, we gotta do it for the one time. You know what I'm saying? Hide your kids, hide your wife. They're waiting for opportunity, but for shit not to happen. But they said,
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Hi, I'm Brian Haskins, and my law firm is Haskins Law Firm, LLC. I practice.
My stomach.
It said, like, in the spiritual world, people are saying it's going to take like 40 days or something like that for you to see the the effects of what's happening. But it is what it is. But if you think about it, though, I critically think, if you think about it, when they say that you're getting information from the sun, the downloads, you got to think you're on Wi-Fi. You're not completely plugged into the Ethernet cord. The Ethernet cord is a lot faster. A download takes a lot more time. You feel me? So I don't know. Do y'all think it's something to that or not? Y'all let me know in the comments right here. I'm watching y'all. But look, then we got people out here in the world like this. It's levels to this. Us on here, we can think, critically. We can have a good time with this. We can laugh and have a good time. But you got to think, look, this right here is an NPC, y'all.
Y'all remember those cars? I don't think they make them anymore, but when I was a kid, they had those cars that you had to like blow on the machine, like to power it. It wasn't like push to start, or it wasn't like an electric vehicle, but it was like a blow to start. It was like, and then it would start. You guys remember those? And then sometimes, because I remember in my neighborhood, there was this guy that had one of those cars, but I don't know why he bought this type of car, because he can never start it. He would always ask me to start it for him. And I don't know how. I was like 6 years old, and I would always get on the first try when the car would start. You guys remember those cars?
Appreciate you. Raining and lightning.
I don't know if it was like a Tesla back in the day. I don't think they made Teslas, but shit was high tech. Now they don't make those shits. If you had one of those, please let me know what
I
happened to those
appreciate
cars.
everybody if y'all at least on my channel.
Hey, people
Like,
losing their mind.
subscribe. Because my channel is not monetized. So like, subscribe, and help it in the algorithm.
Fucking keep. Babe, he's drooling out of his fucking mouth. That's the.
Hey, bro, I'm never listening. To you third, I woke niggas again. Like, y'all told me Jesus was about to come back. We about to get superpowers, start levitating and shit. Monsters about to coming out the ground, all type of shit. It's a normal ass day. Normal day, ain't shit happening. This eclipse is OB, overhyped. That shit is bright as hell, about to cook the phone up. I got the man in black glasses on out here, double.
So we all just collectively took a nap after the eclipse. I made a post on Facebook saying, who all took a nap after the eclipse? Me and my kids were knocked out. And I know we were not the only ones. And of course, by the comments, we weren't the only ones. And baby, when I tell you we were sleeping good, we were sleeping good. My stepmama even tagged me in a post that had like 182 shares. And that one said that eclipse must have had some melatonin in it, because baby, it did. That dude at the top was like, nah, it had like 8 Xanax in it. I ain't never been this drained. Like, ever been this drained. And we can't blame it on being up all day, because I didn't wake up until 11 a.m. this morning. And I usually wake up every day at 7 a.m. I even asked my kids, did y'all go to bed late last night? They were like, no, we went to sleep early. My mom made them go to sleep early last night. Even with my boyfriend, he works overnight. So he got off at 7 o'clock this morning. He didn't even know that he was gonna be able to watch the eclipse, but he actually ended up waking up at like 1:34, right before the eclipse totality even was about to happen. When he woke up, he called me, and I was like, "Go ahead, go outside so you can see the eclipse." And he did. He caught the eclipse right when it was happening. Now he just went back to work at 7 p.m. Tell me why this man called me on his lunch. Like, he literally wants to go lay down and take a nap, but he because he yeah work. And that's this eclipse. It just felt very cleansing. It felt very, very cleansing. And I feel renewed and I feel refreshed. I don't know about y'all, but I feel good. I feel good as hell.
Hey, we're gonna enter this segment right here. How many of y'all felt that though? I ain't gonna hold you. I got high energy, man. I sat on that damn couch, man. I was feeling it too. I was knocked out, bro. I was sleep. You know how you sleep, you don't even know you sleep. I woke up. I woke up like hours later. I thought I was just sitting there watching TV. No, I'm out like a light. You feel me? So did that happen to y'all, or I'm just tripping? And I slept like, man. I didn't even have a dream though. I ain't gonna hold you. I usually have dreams. Didn't have one.
Yeah, I told y'all it was unhealthy. What I was doing was unhealthy, right? I said, man, you studying too hard. You got 3 phones going, a laptop, and TV, trying to find information. And I came across something I think it said. This video is for entertainment purposes only.
It's all right, Unc, man. You need to take a break. You feel me? You can't believe everything you know what I'm saying, you think. You know, that's all it is, man. I won't skip past that. You read, you know what I'm saying? That's why we had these group discussions. It's all right. I ain't judging you. A lot of people would be mad at niggas and shit. I don't judge you, bro. It's okay.
I'm the only one that notices a difference in the energy and a different body. Pretty is for me.
I have a very important to the descendants of planet. Gaze the nature for about 2 hours. Now, when I sun gaze, I always get a euphoric feeling, but this feeling was magnified. I had a vibrating in the prefrontal cortex of my brain, and I seen a lot of fractal patterns. As I began to observe these fractal patterns, I noticed that they were rotating. They were rotating and actually changing shape. They resembled spinning orbs or crescents. They were every color in the rainbow, almost like the chakra system aligned. And I can definitely feel the intensity surging from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra. The rainbow energy fractal patterns were pulsating every time I closed my eyes. Closing your eyelids during sun gazing releases vitamin D and increases neuromelanin. This cosmic phenomenon is not only terraforming the planet, it's also changing you simultaneously. You are going through a genetic upgrade, okay? Prepare to notice more synchronicities. Prepare to experience more Mandela effects, time dilations, weird or peculiar dreams. These things are going to start taking place. I would also like to talk about CERN. Yesterday, during an eclipse, CERN fired their Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. This device is a particle accelerator that smashes particles together at light speed. Now, CERN already came public and stated that they found a fourth dimensional ghost. Okay, they're stating that they did see a ghost and their particle accelerator. This is confirmation that the portals that they're opening are allowing interdimensional beings to come through. Now, I believe NASA and CERN are working in synergy. NASA also fired 3 rockets at 3:33 p.m. The name of the mission was referred to as APEC, which was actually Apophis. In Greek was Apep, which was actually an Egyptian god of darkness and the enemy of the sun god Ra. Apep was said to be the polar opposite of Ma'at. Ma'at was about peace and love, and Apep was about chaos and destruction. As I stated, Apep went to war with Ra. He was opposed to the sun. Just the solar eclipse yesterday, there's various videos of shadow entities flying around the sun, various dark winged entities flying around the sun and in the clouds. Important you stay centered. Stay out of the frequency of fear. Keep your frequency as high as possible. Stay in a heart chakra frequency. You want to emanate love. These archons and malevolent forces can't survive in 0-point energy. They cannot survive in the love frequency. I also recommend getting tools for spiritual protection. Crystals like shungite, obsidian, black tourmaline, orgone. These are all phenomenal for spiritual protection. Orgone is an energetic alchemist. It protects you from electromagnetic aura fields as well as psychic attacks. For all high-quality herbs, elixirs, and various crystals for spiritual protection, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies. Yesterday's solar eclipse was the personification of change and a new energy being ushered in. Right now, we are witnessing a great separation. You either go the old way and flow into consumerism, or you step out and actually answer your primordial God self.
So I did not watch the eclipse. I did sun gaze before the eclipse and
Hey, didn't he say motherfuckers gonna be dead? He said that's gonna happen that day. You feel me? Said I said what I meant to say. You know how they be having that in their throat. After they said as hell. But look, we're gonna keep going though. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It's fun. It's funny, bro. We don't mean no harm to these people, man. You know, it is what it is, bro.
went after the eclipse, went outside to look up and sun gaze again. But when I went out this time to sun gaze, I could not look at the sun. I look at the sun on almost a daily basis. And when I say look at it, I stare into it until I see nothing but the circle. All right. And for those of you that sun gaze, you understand what I'm talking about because you can explain or you know what I'm trying to explain. I'll have heard phone, it's the truth a lot better.
Right before it, this one.
All right, this is what I want us to really see. We're gonna get into we about to about to build real quick though. We about to get into some stuff. I ain't gonna.
library, and a playable instrument all.
Found out what you said didn't happen. And ain't nobody get microwave.
That's no moon. If it was, you would have seen it right before the eclipse and right after the eclipse. We haven't seen the moon in the sky all day except for this one moment right here. That is not the moon. Think about it. If that were the moon, it would have been lit up so bright right before it eclipsed the sun, brighter than we normally see it. But we didn't see that at all. Brighter than ever before, but you didn't see it nowhere today except for this one time right here. If it were the moon, this is how it would have looked. This is how what you see today. You didn't see the moon until but that's not what you see, is it? That's not what you see at all. This is what you see. You didn't see the moon before. It's supposed to understand what you're looking at. You being lied to people. It's time to wake up.
As you're looking at one of the satellites that we watch our weather on, tornadoes and everything, by the way, coming through the south, Louisiana, Mississippi tonight, we are under tornado watches and severe thunderstorm watches. But look at this shadow of that eclipse as it came through Mexico and Texas and Arkansas. And if you watch the live feed on our channel today, there were cameras in all of these spots. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen from
What's messing?
Mother Nature. I've never seen totality that dark. But these storms, guys, along that path there are going to be bringing us some trouble tonight. It's going to be tornado watches, thunderstorm watches, things like that. But I did a video a few days ago, and I was very concerned about two reports that I got. It was about something.
I see y'all asking questions about the black sun. So look, we building. Just keep that in mind though as we watch this video. And in some ancient, ancestors, they say that they didn't come out and look at the eclipse because it was like looking at your parents, do their thing and pretty much have a baby. That's why creating something new. So basically, with that, just keep that in mind, and we're gonna build.
Going down along this trail.
That's why a lot of them stayed inside and stuff like that. That's what they say. Now we got to decipher for ourselves: do we believe that shit or not?
Yeah.
Let's keep going though.
Along this path of totality. Look at the chemtrailing that's going on. Look at the cross patterns here, all the way, and that's exactly in the path. As a matter of fact, as this goes through, you can see how the sun comes up, or the reflection of it there on the edges of the eclipse. And you can see that right. But again, look at this. X's all over it. If you look here, all the way through this pattern. Now, in that report, people said look for some problems with the hospitals filling up within a week to 10 days. I don't know what's going to happen. We've seen chemtrails before, but this is completely along that path of totality, guys. And it moves from Texas up through Oklahoma. You got up in western Arkansas, up into from there into Missouri, just moving over a little bit, and you can see it all the way up into this area. Now, as the light's coming through here going backwards, that's because that's the edges of the corona of the sun, that light part. Sun's moving in the, and one last look at the continent as this eclipse went over, guys, and you can see how it actually was forcing the daylight cameras to go to infrared there. It's amazing, isn't it? But let me hear in the comments what you think about those chemtrails, because we were warned about that. Several of us mentioned it, sent out emails to various people, hinted to it on YouTube that this could occur. Looks like something did happen. There were millions of people along the path. If you watched the live video, you would have seen that stadiums were full. The Indianapolis 500 racetrack arena was full, just time after time. But it was, the darkest I have ever seen a path of totality like that, guys. It was amazing. The images. There was a lot of people were trolling and going back and forth in video.
It was just too. Hey, it was just too like. Hey, what the fuck?
Depends on your perspective. People were seeing different things, huh?
It was just too. Hey, it was just too like. It's two figures in the air. It's two figures in the air. It's three. Hey, it's like four on, bro. It's like four suns lined up. Nah, that's like I see like it's like three. Damn, I can't focus my shit.
With this, you also see the the lens flare too. The lens flare got two objects.
What?
Objects as well, so that's what I'm looking at. You feel me? Like y'all tracking?
And them damn clouds, bro.
It's kind of weird, though.
That's crazy. Damn cloud, you can see it though. But where's like, that's wow. Look, damn, look at my light.
Watching from Pennsylvania. Appreciate you, dog. With shit with Perky. Okay, I don't know. I gotta hit her up. No, she was going through some things a little minute back. All right, check this out though. The man said he seen something right here when he turned his camera. But look, if y'all check this video out, you see these little objects right here? He's saying that's what he's seen. But if you notice, this is how they try to play you. He slowed his camera down so it can make those things look like a blur. Check this out. This is how they get you. It's Cap City right here. He slowed the video is a normal speed, and then he slowed it down and said that these were objects. Those are birds, bro. And he's a bird for trying that shit.
It's a UFO over there. The Nellis Air Force Base is following it.
Look at that.
It's right there.
Right there.
You see it?
I seen it go past.
That's too solid of an object to be birds.
Holy shit. Guys, look. As I was saying, the rockets, look at this. This is a, what the heck?
I wouldn't say a dragon. 13. 13. Okay. Destroyed. We had plenty lifetimes, plenty lifetimes. We've done this over and over and over, over and again. Dr. Deborah Blair. Mhm. The moon's supposed to cover it, but we got the sun covering the moon. What's going on? Mhm. It's Trump's face. Trump face. Yeah, subscribe and like and leave comments here too, because I'm showing you all so you all can see different things. Reach out. Thank you for being here. Keep going. Go fast. Go fast.
If you
Y'all don't forget to like, leave a comment. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. We watching some TikToks and reactions.
information that you want, you know? Yeah, like I,
Well, that's all, folks. Thank you, Monroe's Gem Essentials. Thank you for enjoying and time with me with TikTok and reactions. Y'all tell me what y'all think on some of these TikTok videos with the solar eclipse and what happened afterwards. Did you see anything? Did you see ghosts? Or do you think CERN let aliens in? You all tell me what you all think, okay, out there. So thank you. Till next time, you all. Au revoir, arrivederci. Thank you to Buddy and Rosebuds and StreamYard. Okay. Till next time. And if you would like a reading in person, my phone number is 708-918-4081, or you can text me or you can email me and I will give you a reading.